So what's up, guys? So I'm here to do another movie review from Mr. Harry Britt's Movie Club, and I'll put his link up here so you guys can click on it because I'm a little late today, but tomorrow he'll have up a collab video, so it'll have all of us doing our take on what we thought about Demolition Man this week, and this one should be good. Thank you for letting me do this so late. I mean, I just got back from camping, so you can tell I'm very tired, but I'm going to get right to this movie review and try to crank it out as quick as possible. And I'll just let you guys know I did watch this movie twice. And I watched it once by myself and once with a buddy because he hadn't seen the whole thing through. And I was like, let's watch it. I love Demolition Man. I'm used to Demolition Man. This is the kind of movie I grew up on. Late 80s, early 90s action flick. And that's exactly what this is. And it delivers, I think. So this movie stars Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes, and Sandra Bullock. And Stallone's the good guy in this. He's the good cop who accidentally blows shit up. And hence why they nickname him Demolition Man, because he destroys everything to get the bad guy. Then you got Wesley Snipes' character, who's the baddie of this film, and he's a badass dude in this. I'm not used to seeing him as a bad guy, so when I seen him in this the first time, it was really weird. It's kind of like seeing Denzel in Training Day. You just don't want to accept that they're the bad guy, but Wesley Snipes is bad from the very beginning, and you see that. And they kind of make him look the part, too. They blonde his hair, give him two different color eyes. For some reason, he's wearing, like, Beetlejuice pants. I don't know what the hell that is. But either way, they have their big showdown at the very beginning of the film, and somehow... Well, you know Stallone's going to get him so he can throw him in jail, but somehow Snipes, like, frames Stallone and says, oh yeah, there were innocent people in there. Stallone bombed them and killed them. I tried to warn him. Somehow Snipes' like, pull worked. I don't know how the hell he got Stallone thrown in jail for rehabilitation for, like, fucking 40, 50 years that we see in the future. That part always confused me about this movie, but regardless, it's just a little small point to get both those people into the future so we can see them in this new fucking world. New world order is what it really is. So like I said, Snipes and Stallone both get like frozen, cryogenically frozen. That's like a new prison sentence is pretty much what it is. And while they're under, they get like these rehabilitation programs. And I'll get into that in a second, but just know that right now they wake up in the year 2042 or something like that. And Snipes is the first one awake, and for some reason, the first thing they need to do is dress him up. I mean, who the hell thought, let's put him in denim. I think he looked good in denim overalls. That's the one of the parts of the movie I really just didn't get. He looks absolutely ridiculous, and he wears this throughout most of the movie. So anyways, we see that's, like, Snipes' character's up for parole, and the guy even knows, he's a douchebag. We're gonna send him right back. He's an asshole. He's still a criminal, and he still wants to hurt us. Well, somehow Wesley Snipes knows the password to get out of the locks, and he knows how to hack computers, and he knows some badass martial arts and guns, and he knows everything about the future. And that's weird considering the future is nothing like we would think. The future is like very Big Brothery. Everybody's watching you. Everybody is seeing everything you're doing. You get fined for cussing. You're not allowed to eat salt. You're not allowed to drink beer. You're not allowed to have sex. Hell, you're not allowed to even touch anybody. Their little handshake has reverted into this weird high five thing like that. And that's what the whole society is nowadays, and they just look like a bunch of fucking Boy Scouts. Pretty much Wesley Snipes' character gets out and he commits like the first murder in God knows how long, and like even the police force that we get to see is watching all this are like, we're the police, we're not capable of handling this type of violence. They're not used to seeing this. They're not used to seeing murders and stuff. Everybody's chipped. Everybody's programmed to do what they're supposed to do. So Snipes' character gets out, obviously. I mean, the cops can't compete against him, and nobody's there to stop him. So they have to pull back a cop who caught him back in the day. So, of course, they wake up Sly Stallone. And he looks normal. He's dressed in normal clothes, but he's also having a hard time adjusting to this future, but he's not an asshole like Snipes. He doesn't know anybody. He doesn't know this future. He doesn't know anything. And I find it funny throughout this movie, he's called like caveman or Neanderthal, and he's not even that old. He's like 30, 40 years frozen is what it is, but because everything is so outdated from back in the day when he was alive, he's the caveman. He is the one that doesn't know anything. But he's the only guy that can catch Wesley Snipes, apparently, so we gotta wake him up. And that's what this whole movie is, pretty much. It's Wesley Snipes getting chased by Sylvester Stallone, and they have their big shootout battle things. And honestly, I like it. That's what this whole movie is to me, is this one big action film. We get to see Stallone and Snipes fight it out. Now, Wesley Snipes is so much of a badass that they actually had to slow down like his martial arts so the camera could catch it, because he was doing it so fast the camera couldn't even pick it up. So if you ever see him look really clunky in this film, that's the reason why. He's like a 5th degree black belt in one thing and a 2nd degree in another. He's actually a badass in real life. And like with all the late 80s to early 90s films, there's always the big baddie. Wesley Snipes is the bad guy in this film, right? Yeah, but of course, he's the puppet. There's always somebody on top. And there's this one guy in this movie who's like pulling the strings of everything, literally pulling the strings of Wesley Snipes' character. He made him a martial arts master. He like gave him the hacking abilities. He taught him everything when he was in rehabilitation. That was his plan. So they can go kill this one dude who's hiding underground who doesn't believe in his idea, his philosophy of life. What's funny about the big main bad dude is like Wesley Snipes is being controlled by him, right? And I think Stallone says, I hate this fascist idea crap. And then you see like the dude who he is and stuff, and he dresses like the Pope. So the whole movie I'm thinking there's this fascist Pope around who's controlling Wesley Snipes' character, who's wearing denim overalls, who looks like a child, and you just gave him a bunch of toys to go run rampant across the city. Now, Stallone got a program too, but his wasn't as cool. Stallone learned to knit, which was one of the best things in the whole movie, is like when he wakes up in the morning to try to apologize to Sandra Bullock after a fight they had, and he brings her a sweater, and he's like, I don't know how the hell I knew how to do that. And she's like, oh, it's your rehabilitation. Can you imagine 40, 50 years from now, like hardcore prisoners nowadays, like hardcore murderers and stuff, are knitting, or like seamstresses or something like that? But that's what I'll have for this review. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys will check it out. If you haven't seen it before, check it out and let me know what you thought. If you have seen it before, let me know what you think of this movie. I think it's geared more toward men, so I think more men will like it than women. But regardless, I still think it's a good flick. If you like this review and you'd like to see any more of my reviews, just click on the link down below. I'll have 3 more that'll pop up after this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I got this done in time, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.